Hi, I'm AJ Nash, Digital Intelligence Advocate for Authentic8 with another Intel drop. Now today, I want to talk about why I'm not worried about cybersecurity skills shortage. I'm worried about the intelligence tradecraft shortage. Listen, everybody talks about the cybersecurity skills shortage, right? We see the stories all the time, millions of positions that are open, not enough qualifying candidates. Universities just can't graduate analysts fast enough. But I honestly think our biggest problem isn't a shortage of people. It's a shortage of people who understand intelligence tradecraft. Most job positions for cyber threat intelligence analysts want someone who can use threat intelligence platforms. They can write reports. Maybe they build some detection rules. And those are tools and tasks, but they're not tradecraft. Intelligence tradecraft is about structured thinking. It's about understanding how to work with incomplete information, how to assess source reliability, how to distinguish between correlation and causation. It's about knowing when you have enough information to make an assessment and when you need to collect more. Most cybersecurity analysts have technical skills, but no intelligence training. They can reverse engineer malware, but they can't assess adversary intentions. They can identify attack patterns, but they can't predict future activities. They can describe what happened, but they can't explain why it matters. Now, this is why many threat intelligence programs produce reports that no one reads and assessments that don't drive decisions. Most analysts are technically competent, but strategically ineffective. The intelligence community solved this problem with structured analytic techniques. There's analysis of competing hypotheses, there's key assumptions checks, devil's advocacy, we have red team analysis, and these are all abstract academic concepts. And there's more I didn't bother to mention here. But they're also all practical methodologies that help analysts avoid cognitive biases and produce more accurate assessments. But most cybersecurity training programs don't teach these techniques. They focus on the technical skills, how to use platforms and other threat intelligence tools, how to configure SOAR platforms, how to query threat feeds, how to use a SIM and a TIP and MISP and all these things, right? It's a lot of tools and platforms. But they don't teach analysts how to think about problems systematically. I'm not saying that all of these skills I referenced aren't important. They most certainly are. I'm just saying that they aren't enough. I'm also not suggesting everyone should be able to do everything. I can't do a lot of the things I just mentioned, but leaders need a complete picture to make the most informed decisions. And that means we need to have teams that can accomplish these technical skills with traditional intelligence tradecraft. Intelligence professionals learn how to develop and test hypotheses. We've defined standards for distinguishing between high, medium, and low confidence assessments. And we learn to fearlessly incorporate feedback and new information to update analysis without fear of being accused of flip-flopping. We're used to taking that kind of criticism, but we know that there's a scientific approach to our work. Intelligence professionals also learn how to write for their audience. We brief executives without getting lost in technical details. And we can provide actionable recommendations to operational teams. We communicate uncertainty without undermining our credibility. And most importantly, intelligence training teaches us how to ask the right questions. It's not just what are the attackers doing, but what are they trying to achieve? It's not just how did they get in? It's also what does this tell us about their capabilities and limitations? Now, I don't think we have a shortage of people who can operate security tools. We have a shortage of people who can go beyond the facts, apply analytic tradecraft and standards, and present trustworthy, unbiased assessments that leaders need to make the best decisions based on all the available information. And despite what you may have heard, AI isn't anywhere near solving this problem. AI can be a great partner for collection. It's great for sifting through massive amounts of data and even brainstorming. It can be a good partner for that. But AI cannot reason. It cannot handle the nuances of intelligence analysis. And perhaps most importantly, it can't be trusted not to fabricate the answers. So when we talk about shortages in this industry, let's stop focusing on the big statistics about open positions in cybersecurity. And instead, I think we need to focus on how we're going to invest in growing industry knowledge in intelligence. Because that is still the only way to be proactive. All right, that's my Intel drop for today. Stay vigilant.